'Twas 2 nights before Christmas, and all over the gym, basketballs were bouncing as players came in. Presents and family and lots of food too await these players in not one day, but 2. But some unfinished business must come first, a Bella Vista Union Mine matchup to quench your basketball thirst. So on Rickett, on Wooden, on Maxwell Prucher, now O'Neill and Otrotzik and Murch, Wallace and Dick. Be ready, Amaral, Warner, and Reddy. Let's go Campbell and Morris, Niati and Hage. All must be ready for this clash tonight. Union Mine's 13-1, and a team full of might. In Bronco land, thoughts of an upset win dance in the heads of the players within. So let's have fun on this special Saturday Eve as we wait to see what the players achieve. Good evening, everybody. I'm George Tharlson. Welcome to Bella Vista High School. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas as we get set for this basketball game on a Saturday night before Christmas as the 5-7 Broncos host the 13-1 Union Mine Diamondbacks in this final game before the tournament, which will be happening in Roseville next weekend, and then league play beginning just after the first of the year. Couple of notes to pass along as we get ready for the contest tonight. This marks the return for Bella Vista of head coach David Gonzalez. He has missed the last 2 games due to COVID, but he's tested negative. He's back, he's healthy, and he's ready to go, and is absolutely thrilled to be back on the bench for the Broncos this evening. And while that's the good news, the bad news is the Broncos will be without Mikey Simonian tonight. He suffered a sprained ankle early in the loss to Franklin on Thursday over at Wood Creek High School. He did try to play on it and might have aggravated the situation even more. He is not going to play tonight, but Coach Gonzalez is hopeful that he will be back in action on Thursday night of next week as the Broncos head into the Tiger Classic at Roseville. When last we saw you, Bella Vista completed a spirited yet tense victory over McClatchy here at home, holding off a late flurry by the Lions to win 54-51. And following Tuesday's win here at home, the Broncos lost to a very tough Franklin team over at Wood Creek High School in the Hoops for Human event that we were just mentioning, where Mikey Simonian suffered the injury. For the Broncos to head into the Christmas holiday with a win tonight, Damian Rickett will lead the way and may actually have to do more himself, as will the other players as well, with Mikey Simonian out. But of course, Damian Rickett leads the way with averaging about 18 points per game and 8.5 rebounds per game. Now, he has battled foul trouble the last couple of games, and so he'll want to make sure that he doesn't do that again here tonight. See, he saw just limited action last Tuesday, fouling out against Lincoln the week before. Last Tuesday, he didn't foul out, but again, as we mentioned, limited action for Damian Rickett last week because of the foul trouble. He scored 4 points in the contest. Maxwell Prucher, on the other hand, he is one that you could look to really step it up tonight. Had about 10 or 11 rebounds the other night, along with his 14 points, a double-double for Maxwell Prucher. Look for him to have a big game tonight as well. And Jonah Wooden will get the start for Bella Vista in the absence of Mikey Simonian. Now let's talk about Union Mine. They have won 13 of their first 14 games of the season and could be poised for something special if this trend continues. They were 25-7 last year, 9-1 in the Sierra Valley Conference. They were the Sierra Valley Conference champions, and they made it all the way through to the first round of the state playoffs, losing at Hillsdale 61-59. That was a senior-heavy team last year. Only one player really on that team last year returns, although there are a couple of others who were with the varsity team last year. They did not see a lot of playing time. But the one to watch out for, and that returning player, is Nate Sweet, a 6'2 senior. He's averaging 23.8 points per game for the Diamondbacks, and also 6.5 rebounds and about 3 assists per game. And like Mikey Simonian and Damian Rickett on Bella Vista's side, he also has a 40-point game to his credit, 40 points versus West Campus on the 15th of December. And to continue rounding out the resume for Nate Sweet, how about 10 different games this year where he has at least 20 points, and 2 of the others, he has 19, and then one where he only had 8. Don't know what happened in that particular game. Look also for Isaac Zmerzliker, a 6'3" sophomore who played on the varsity team last year as a freshman, 15.6 points per game. So we mentioned the Broncos, a bit of a change to the starting lineup tonight. It'll be 6'1" junior Maxwell Prucher and 6'3" junior Marka Trotzik. 5'11" sophomore Jonah Wooden gets the call tonight in place of Mikey Simonian. Damian Rickett, 6'4" senior, and Zachary O'Neill, a 6'4" junior, round out the top, the starting 5 for the Broncos. As for the Diamondbacks of Union Mine, who are taking the court, 5'11" senior Hayden Oddie and 6'2" senior Nate Sweet. We were just talking about Nate Sweet. Ethan Gines is their point guard, a 5'7" senior, and 5'11" senior Damian Shade. Isaac Zmerzliker rounds out the top, the starting lineup, a 6'3" sophomore who will step into the center circle to jump it up against Damian Rickett on this Saturday before Christmas. One more game before the holiday weekend. And the Broncos actually controlled the tip at Trotzik wasn't able to keep the save, and Sweet was right there to get the first 2 points of the game. So just underway, and Union Mine has the early lead. Here's Wooden, lost the ball, loose. Wooden is able to get it back. He's double teamed, tried to get it underneath. Trotzik will control. Inside Rickett. Rickett tries to turn around. He is hit and draws a foul, and that'll be the first personal foul on Ethan Gines and the first team foul on the Diamondbacks. Here's Rickett. He'll turn around to tie the score. So just 30 seconds into the game, a deuce apiece, if you will. Here's Gines. There's Sweet. Sweet closed off by a Trotzik. Back over to Gines. Gines will work his way in on Wooden, takes it to the baseline and gets the layup. Gines, his first 2 points of the game, he averages nearly 8. Rickett near side. Trotzik will back it out. Back inside to Rickett. Rickett will muscle up a shot, and Zmerzliker with the rebound. Gines pushing forward, closed off, over to Sweet, open for a 3. And a nice job on the part of Jonah Wooden to screen out Sweet on the rebound to let the ball go out of bounds and secure possession for Bella Vista. O'Neill high post, gets it into Rickett. Rickett double team, lost the ball. He'll muscle up a shot and put it in. Even at 4. Oddie. And that's Shade. Nice passing game. They like to penetrate. They like to move the ball. Zmerzliker with the rebound. He puts it back up and in. His first 2 points of the game. Offensive rebounding could be a key. Zmerzliker is their leading rebounder at 13.2 per game. He will be a force to be reckoned with on the boards tonight for Union Mine. And offensive rebounds has been an issue for Bella Vista this year. And there's O'Neill underneath. He gets the deuce. We're back to a tie ball game once again. Sweet drives in, gets the hoop, draws the foul, and will go to the line. That's on a Trotzik. That is his first. First team foul for Bella Vista. And Sweet, the basket and 1. 77% free throw shooter is Nate Sweet. Wooden picked up by Gines. Here is Rickett on the baseline. O'Neill controls. His putback won't fall. Zmerzliker controls the rebound. Gines once again pushing it forward. He'll then try and find Shade. Back over to Sweet. He's open. He'll launch another three. Off the back iron. Rickett loses the ball. Fight for it on the ground. Rickett is able to control and not cross midcourt. Going to get a foul called on Shade. First on Shade. That'll be the second team foul on Union Mine. Union Mine hails from El Dorado, California. Made the trip down Highway 50 and over Hazel, I'm sure. Turned left on Madison and then found themselves at Bella Vista High School. Trotzik controls the loose ball. Aggressive zone defense. Nice job on the part of Rickett, falling to the ground to still get the pass out. Rebound controlled by Union Mine. In and underneath it goes to Zmerzliker, and it will not go for him. Heartbreak Hotel for Isaac Zmerzliker. Trotzik. He'll put one up from 12. Rickett controls underneath, and he banks it up and in. Damian Rickett, 6 points already here in the first quarter for Bella Vista. Sweet back the other way. Here's Gines to the free throw line, closed off there. He'll find Audi. Audi finds an opening to the left side, and he puts it up and in from about 8 feet out. Hayden Audi, his first 2 points of the game, 11.1 per game for Union Mine. 3-point lead for the Diamondbacks. That'll be Bella Vista ball. Kind of some pinball action going on there. Maxwell Prucher will inbound. It's a Trotzik outside. Rickett on Audi. I'm going to get a foul on Hayden Audi as a little number 10 on number 10 crime, if you will. Trotzik to inbound. 3.5 to go in the opening quarter, just over 3.5. Rickett on Audi, gets by him. He'll find Prucher underneath. Prucher will muscle up a shot. It dances around and drops in. Maxwell Prucher, his first 2 points of the game. Quickly back the other way. Shade, double teamed. Closed off. Ball is loose. Fight for it. They're going to a huge mass of humanity is going to try and secure possession of the ball. And I think the referee was just waiting for both players from both teams to get the possession before he called the jump, because we knew that that's where it was going. Alternating possession. So they are going to give that to Union Mine. You remember the opening tip. Bella Vista actually controlled it, but it was tipped right to Nate Sweet, who scored. So that's why the alternating possession favored Union Mine. We're going to get an offensive foul. And that's going to be on Zmerzliker. And you may have noticed this on the picture, but Sweet, after the foul, tossed the ball to the referee who wasn't expecting it. He went right up to the referee to apologize and let him know that it wasn't in frustration. He was just tossing him the ball. Referees, if he felt that there was some malice towards that pass, could have called the technical foul, but I think they realized that was the case. But a good move on the part of Sweet to just check in, make sure, and to apologize. Trotzik has his pocket picked, and then he picks a pocket. Down to the baseline, Market Trotzik, a little too hard. Jonah Wooden underneath, his shot comes off, and Zmerzliker controls. Here comes Sweet back the other way for Union Mine. Ano Trotzik, he muscles up the shot and puts it in. So Sweet is up to 7 points for Union Mine, 7 of their 13. It's a 3-point game. Rickett has Prucher in the corner. He'll work his way to the left, falls to the ground, and they're going to call a travel. They're going to say he slipped. There was definitely some contact with Damian Shade. David Gonzalez is up off the bench wondering why there was no foul called. But it's going to go to Union Mine. Now we're going to get a timeout called. In fact, he's going to go over and talk to the referee, or just briefly had a bit of a conversation, wanting to know why it wasn't a foul. So we've got it's a 30-second timeout. Checking some of the numbers, Damian Rickett leads the way for Bella Vista with 6 points. Nate Sweet for Union Mine, he has 7 of their 13 in this contest. For Union Mine, Gines, Adi, that's Hayden Adi, and Isaac Zmerzliker also have 2 each. And we mentioned Hayden Adi. There is also a Jeremiah Adi on this team, a 5'10 freshman. That is Hayden's younger brother. For Bella Vista, Maxwell Prucher has 2 and Zachary O'Neill has 2. Round out the scoring update here with 2:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Substitutions for Bella Vista, or one of them in particular, and that is Marcus Murch is into the game for Zachary O'Neill. Loose ball, and Murch comes up with it. Give him a steal. Here's Otrotzik, now back to Damian Rickett. Rickett looking to drive down to the baseline. His runner is up and good. Rickett now 8 points on the night. It's a 1-point game. This is Gines. Gines on Wooden. Wooden will kick it back out to Sweet. Sweet on Otrotzik is closed off there, looking for some help. Now here's Shade back to Sweet. Sweet's going to launch one up from NBA range. That one's short, and Rickett controls the rebound. Damian Rickett, he's looking to go coast to coast all the way, and it rolls in. Oh, that teased him for a bit before it dropped in. 10 points for Damian Rickett, Bella Vista's first lead. Here's Sweet looking to get the lead back for Union Mine, and he does. Sweet has 9. Approaching the 1-minute mark in the first quarter. Low post, Prucher. We're going to get a foul called underneath. This is going to go against Jeremiah Adi, who is now into the game. Averages 2.5 points per game, and also nearly 4 rebounds. So 2 shots, as that is the 5th team foul on Union Mine. Prucher for 2. Maxwell Prucher, 45% free throw shooter on the year for Bella Vista. Jonah Wooden is coming out. Bryce Levens will get his first action of the night. Next from Prucher. Puts Bella Vista back in the lead. Sweet finds an opening, and his teardrop finger roll is good. He's into double figures now with 11. Again, averages 23.8 points per game for the Diamondbacks. He last played last night. Loose ball is controlled by the Diamondbacks. Here's Shade. Now Gines to the free throw line. He'll find Shade once again. Shade is closed off. Good motion offense on the part of Union Mine. They move around quite a bit. Here's Gines to the baseline. He'll bring it out to Sweet on the rotation. Sweet's open for 3. Can't get that one to go, and Rickett has another rebound. 9 seconds to go. Bella Vista can play for the last shot and maybe take the lead at the end of the quarter. Here's Rickett, launches one, draws the foul with 2.4 seconds to go. That's going to go on Damian Shade. Second personal on Shade. And of course over the limit, but he was in the act of shooting anyway. to tie the game. He also has 11. Gines has it. He'll launch one from mid-court. Oh, my goodness. We have come to the end of the first quarter here at Bella Vista High School, and we are dead even, just like we were on Tuesday night after one quarter. And that particular game had a good result for the Broncos as they went on for the victory on Tuesday night over McClatchy. Now with now taking on a Union Mine team that, as we mentioned, comes into the game at 13-1. Taking a look at some of the first half numbers, Damian Rickett and Nate Sweet lead the way, 11 points each for their respective teams. For Union Mine, Ethan Gines has 2, Hayden Oddie has 2, and Isaac Zmerzliker has 2. Maxwell Prucher 4 for Bella Vista, and Zachary O'Neill has 2. We mentioned, if you're just joining us and notice that there was no sign of Mikey Simonian, he suffered a sprained ankle on Thursday night in the loss to Franklin and is not playing tonight. They are hoping that he should be back after a week's worth of rest to begin play in the Roseville Tiger Classic tournament on Thursday night, coming up this next Thursday night. In that tournament, their first matchup will be against a very tough Patterson team on Thursday night. I believe that's a 4 o'clock start, but we're going to double check the upcoming schedule for you at halftime. Underway in the second quarter. Tie ball game. A Trotzig. There's Prucher. Long three-point shot, and Union Mine controls. Sweet, closed off by a Trotzig. Gines will find Zmerzliker underneath, and he puts it up and in. 4 points for Isaac Zmerzliker, the 6'3 sophomore. Union Mine back in front. Rickett off the Murch pick from the free throw line. Damian Rickett. And you do have to give Marcus Murch some credit there for setting that screen that freed up Rickett to get that deuce. Tie ball game. 2-3 zone from Bella Vista. Here's Gines. Zmerzliker underneath over Murch, off the rim. Rickett, another rebound. He is very close to 5 so far here in the first half. Prucher, got it! Maxwell Prucher, trifecta land. That's the first three-pointer of the game for Bella Vista. Back the other way, Shade powering to the rack, draws the foul. Broncos, their biggest lead of the game, up by 3. Looks like they called that one on Rickett. That'll be his first. Damian Shade, by the way, is a 61% free throw shooter. Shade sporting those sky blue shoes, if you will. Gets one of 2 free throws. There's a Trotzig, he's open for 3, that comes off. Lovins, the putback doesn't go, and they're going to call the foul now, a technical foul, actually. And that may be on Hayden Oddie. I'll check that, it's on Shade. That'll be his third. You may have seen it, there was a collision right before play got underneath the basket. Bella Vista player wound up on the ground, or I'm sorry, a Union Mine player wound up on the ground. I thought it was Oddie, maybe it was Shade. And Shade then expressed his frustration and paid the price. So Damian Rickett is at the line for the technical shots. And he gets both of those. 3 of 4 from the line tonight for Damian Rickett. Bella Vista will maintain possession. Shade is being subbed out, and Jeremiah Oddie is back in. And Coach Ryan Williams is now talking to him a little bit. Here's Rickett underneath. Back to Lovins. He'll launch the 3. Oh, that's off. Lovins controls the loose ball. Here's Rickett. Has a Trotzik out high as well. And a Trotzik now double teamed in the corner. 3-pointer on the way for Prucher. Fight for the rebound, and it's controlled by Audie, who's now tied up. Nice job by Zachary O'Neill. This should favor Union Mine, though, now that we're in the second quarter. They got the first alternating possession. Bella Vista got the next one, which happened at the quarter break. And now here's Sweet driving to the lane. Merzliker, the rebound and the foul. That's going to be on Zachary O'Neill, which is his first. And Merzliker will look for the traditional 3-point opportunity. And he converts. Merzliker, by the way, near 60% free throw shooter. He gets that one. Bronco lead is 1. Trotzik. Now Damian Rickett. Closed off. His running is off. Loose ball will go out of bounds, and that is going to favor Union Mine. 5:23 to go. Substitutions. Maxwell Prucher will come out. Jonah Wooden will return. Wooden got the start in place of Simonian tonight. Give Bella Vista credit. They are hanging with this 13-1 Union Mine team in the absence of their second leading scorer. Here's Gines. Gines finds the opening, drives to the baseline, and a collision with Rickett. He's going to get called for his second. The officials are conversing about something first, and now we'll get the official word. So that'll be the second on Rickett. Inside Merzliker, and Rickett controls the rebound. So it's a non-shooting foul. That was the second team foul on Bella Vista. Here's a Trotzik. A Trotzik will look to drive past everybody. Doesn't work for him. Merzliker controls. Here's Gines back the other way. Gines will try to take it all the way in, and there's a foul as he dished the ball off to his left. And that'll be on O'Neill, his second. Three team fouls for Bella Vista. Here's Sweet, turnaround jumper just inside the free throw line. Nate Sweet with 13 points on the night. Union Mine back to a 1-point lead. O'Neill, Lovins controls the rebound. And now Jeremiah Oddie controls. Here's Union Mine the other way, and Lovins pokes the ball away from behind. They say he made contact as well. So it looks like he'll get called for the foul. That's the first on Lovins. Fourth team foul on Bella Vista. Prucher and Murch getting ready to come back in. They will do so. This is a non-shooting foul, so the subs should come in right now. Oh wait, it is the fifth foul. So it is free throws. Gines gets the first. 57% free throw shooter. Rickett's going to stay in. O'Neill and Lovins will come out. Urchin Wooden back in, or Prucher. Gines only gets 1 of 2. Near steal in backcourt, but Rickett gets it back. And Jonah Wooden finds the target from 3-point range. That's his first. You're gonna get a timeout? Looks like we do. So a timeout called. So it looks like it's a full timeout. So are they're gonna give us the call or not? I guess it's a full timeout. So it is a 1 point. Okay, so I guess it's a Bella Vista timeout, so it must have been called before the inbounds. Once you get the ball inbounds, if you're on defense, you can't call the timeout. Well, anyway, 4:12 to go in the second quarter. Bella Vista with a 1 point lead. Damian Rickett leading the way with 15 points on the night, 3 of 4 from the free throw line as well. That's 15 points of the 27 for Bella Vista. So here's Sweet, picked up by Otrocek. Man-to-man defense for Bella Vista. Tyler Chambers into the game. Probably got the best hair game of any of these Union Mine players. There's Gines, muscles up his shot over Wooden. And it looks like he stepped on the baseline. Otrocek right side, he'll bring it to Rickett at the top of the key. There's Prucher, that's flat. Wooden the rebound in amongst all the trees underneath. Tries to muscle for the ball, they'll call the jump, and this time it will favor Bella Vista. Shot clock does not reset when you maintain possession on a held ball. So the shot clock is at 13. Jonah Wooden, three-pointer. Merzliker, another rebound for Union Mine. Diamondbacks looking to take the lead. Jeremiah Oddie, he runs in, has the shot blocked, controlled by Merch. Broncos defense playing very well, very aggressive and spirited tonight. There's Prucher drives the lane. That one's too hard. Merzliker controls for Union Mine. Bounce pass underneath. Damian Rickett turns around just in time to find the ball. Hey, look what I found. Rickett. He'll look to drive in with the runner. Dances off, no good. Rickett tries to tap the rebound, but it's controlled by Chambers. Sweet back the other way. He's looking to drive. Union Mine, they love the transition game, and Sweet draws the foul. It's on Prucher. That will send Sweet to the line for 2 shots, and he will look to put Union Mine back in front with 2:22. So it's been a back and forth lead changing hands quite a few times here in the first half of play. We are now tied with that free throw. Nate Sweet now with 14 on the night for Union Mine. And the Diamondbacks now retake the lead. Here's Otrocek. Now it's Rickett, works off the screen from Wooden. He'll launch one off the glass. Merch tries to control the rebound. He deflected it off, I thought, of Merzliker, but the official says no, gives the ball to Union Mine. The ref is right there. I'm at midcourt. Sweet right side. Looks like they're going to get a kick. What do we got? Be out of bounds to Union Mine on the far sideline. Fresh 35. Here's Audi. Now Gines works off a screen from Zmerzliker. His runner is no good, and Murch controls. Sweet will meet Jonah Wooden at midcourt. Wooden almost lost it, gets it back. Here's a Trotzig to the baseline. His runner is a little short. And another rebound for Union Mine. This is Gines. Gines will find Sweet in the corner, left side. Halfway down comes out. Chambers the rebound. Closed off by Murch, over to Gines. Gines to the baseline, tries to get around Murch, and his pass back out. Little helter-skelter there, and it's taken away by Trotzig. Approaching 1 minute to go in the first half. Krucher finds an opening to the baseline, rolls in, gets the deuce and the foul. Bella Vista back in front. Ethan Gines with his second personal foul. And one for Maxwell Prucher. 1 minute to go. Here's Chambers in on Rickett, tries the Euro step, finds Zmerzliker, collision with Murch, no call. Sweet controls. Sweet on a Trotzig. He'll find Chambers, left side. Can't get the three-pointer. Rebound tipped to Zmerzliker. That won't go. Still loose on the ground. Saved by Prucher. Prucher, who had 10 or 11 rebounds the other night, Tuesday night here at home. Quite a game for him. 14 points and the double-digit rebounds. There's a steal by Gines, who loses the ball in a collision with the referee. Referee's part of the court. Here's a Trotzig, he'll drive in, has his shot blocked. Trotzig had the ball then lost it as it goes out of bounds. Those are just the breaks. The officials do their best to stay out of the way, but it happens, and they are part of the floor. So if you collide with a referee, unless they're out of bounds, in which case it would be an out of bounds play and a turnover, if you lose the ball, then the ball's in play, and anybody can pick it up. Entry pass to Sweet with the time running out. Sweet gets the deuce as time will expire here in the first half of play, with Union Mine in front by 1 point, just 1 point. Very even first half of play here at Bella Vista High School. We are at halftime. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring and some of the other statistics for you, and we'll get you ready for the second half here at Bella Vista High School. And we welcome you back here at halftime for our game between the Broncos and the Union Mine Diamondbacks. 1 point lead for Union Mine right now, and they are led by the 17 points of Nate Sweet and 7 points from Isaac Zmerzliker. Bella Vista, Damian Rickett, 15 points to lead the way for the Broncos and 9 for Maxwell Prucher. Again, Mikey Simonian is not at the game tonight, as he suffered a sprained ankle in their game on Thursday night against Franklin in the Hoops for the Human Fund event. Let's take a look at what we've got coming up for the Broncos in the upcoming schedule. We talked briefly about it, but they will be in Roseville for Roseville High School's tournament heading into the New Year's weekend. That tournament is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So usually the tournaments are Tuesday through Saturday, but the dates show that it is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Want to give everybody the 3-day weekend as we head into New Year's Day. The Broncos will be taking on a very good Patterson team. And we'll check in on, we'll try to give you a little bit on Patterson in just a second. But then the Broncos, by the way, that game is at 4 o'clock on Wednesday at Roseville High School. The Broncos will then play on Thursday in the second round and Friday in the final round. And of course, the results the night before will determine what time they will play on Friday and Saturday. Of course, there's no school this coming week, and the week after that, finals are over, and the students at Bella Vista High School and most other high schools are on a 2-week break. Some of them started last week and will have this coming week, and then back in right after the first of the year. Others will have that week from New Year's as their second holiday week, and we'll be back in the classroom on Tuesday, January 9th. For Union Mine, they will also be in a tournament on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, and they will be playing on Thursday against River City. They will be in the well, look at that. They're in the Roseville tournament as well. I didn't really realize that. In fact, the Bella Vista game against Patterson is at 4, and then the Union Mine Diamondbacks will be taking on River City at 5:30. So, if both Bella Vista and Union Mine either both win on Wednesday or both lose on Wednesday, they will play on Thursday. So it could be a rematch of these two teams next week. We'll see if that actually comes about. So they may wind up playing against each other again in the next week. Let's take a look at some of the other first half numbers here. Union Mine, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 75%. 12 of 27 shooting, 44%. For Bella Vista, 71% from the line, 5 of 7, 11 of 30 from the floor, 36% shooting, and it all adds up to a 1-point lead for the Diamondbacks of Union Mine, and who knows what we'll see here in the second half. We did want to talk a little bit about Bella Vista's upcoming opponent in the Roseville tournament, Patterson, the Patterson Tigers. So we're going to be having at least 2 teams called the Tigers in the Roseville Tigers tournament. That's Roseville's nickname. Patterson, by the way, they are 9-1. And just going to take a quick look at their the schedule and see where things, see if they have any common opponents. We'll pick this up as we go along. Second half underway here at Bella Vista High School, and the Diamondbacks with the first possession. Nate Sweet the miss. Zmerzliker on the floor, and the Diamondbacks still have possession. Sweet out front, directing traffic. He wants to drive, has the ball knocked away, and they're going to call a reach in. Looks like that's going against a Trotzik. David Gonzalez seeking some clarification. and expressing a little dismay at that call. First team foul on Bella Vista in the third quarter. Sweet. Here's Shade. Gines. Send it back over to Shade. Quick movement of the ball. Sweet will launch a three and drills it. 20 points for Nate Sweet, 4-point lead for Union Mine. I believe that's their biggest lead of the game. They matched it. They had a 4-point lead in the first half. Long three-pointer for Pritchard. Rickett the rebound. He'll put it back and score. Rickett at 17, 2-point lead for Union Mine. Gines finds the opening and gets the finger roll. He's got 5. Back to a 4-point game. You can hear the Union Mine fans urging their team along, and it works. The defense comes up big. In the corner, Adi passes up the three, now takes the three. Rickett the rebound. I think Rickett's approaching a double-double. Already in double-digit scoring, he's close in rebounds. Rickett will launch a three, got it! He's got 20. Back to a 1-point game. Shade closed off. Smersliker underneath, and he gets the deuce. He's got 9. 3-point game once again for Union Mine. Here's steal. Ostrowski gets it back. Tell you what, Union Mine very aggressive. They like to reach in and try and knock the ball loose, and then they love getting points in transition. Here's O'Neal, back to Rickett at the top. They're very quick. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rickett's jumper won't go. Sweet has it. He will go through the double team. Lost the ball. Went to the basket. Misses the most important part. Back the other way in transition. Jonah Wooden with the deuce. Back to a 1-point game. Here's Shade. Shade finds the opening to the baseline. And a collision with O'Neal. He gets 2 foul shots out of this. O'Neal looks like he'll get called for his 3rd foul. So that's 3 on O'Neal. Second team foul on the Broncos. Right now it looks like they're keeping O'Neal in the game. Don't see anybody subbing in. Shade gets 1 of 2. 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight is Damian Shade. We talked about he is a 61% free throw shooter. Here's Wooden to the baseline. Now O'Neal. Croucher, he'll launch another 3. That one's short. Gines back the other way. A little stutter step move, gets around to Trotz. It can't control the ball. And O'Neal trying to save it, felt that he was losing his balance and falling backwards, but he slid over and touched the baseline before he knocked it off of Smersliker. So Union Mine still in possession. Here's O'Neal, tries to drive, closed off. Now Shade to the free throw line. Closed off by O'Neal. Here's Gines again. Gines will drive in and he'll muscle up a shot and put it up and in. 7 points for Ethan Gines, the senior captain point guard for this team. Played as a freshman and as a JV as a sophomore. Didn't play last year, but he is back and running the show for the varsity in his senior year. Here's Rickett, long 3-point shot. NBA range for Damian Rickett. 23. Here's Gines the other way. He tries a no-look pass. Taken away by Rickett. Rickett 1-on-2. He'll pull up. A teardrop runner won't go. Rickett gets his own rebound. Gets by Sweet. Powers to the rack and puts it in. 25 for Rickett. 41-40. BV back by 1. Sweet the other way. Gets the friendly roll. 22 for Nate Sweet. Krucher back the other way. He gets by Sweet. Sweet with the block. All ball on that. And now we've got a whistle. We got a technical foul called. Looks like that's on Krucher. From my view, it looked like he got all ball on that block. So Sweet will go to the line, 77% free throw shooter, and Union Mine will retain possession. Sweet looking for his 24th point of the night. It is fun watching him and Rickett match wits tonight. So Krucher and O'Neill will come out. Wooden is back in. Riley Dick seeing his first action. Bryce Levens is also back in for Bella Vista. So Krucher's on the floor and Damian Rickett, they round out the five. Sweet for three. He's got 27. And with the free throws and the basket right before that, it's up to a 6-point lead for Union Mine. Bella Vista will retain possession. So Bella Vista had the 1-point lead. Union Mine scored to take a 1-point lead. And then 2 free throws on the technical, and then the 3-point shot by Sweet, and all of a sudden they're up by 6. There's Damian Rickett, he puts one in, and a timeout will be called by Bella Vista. Damian Rickett, he's up to 27 as well. So both Rickett and Sweet, 27 points here with 2:54 to go in the third quarter at Bella Vista High School. The two leading scorers for their respective teams, Damian Rickett, 18.2 points per game, and Nate Sweet, 23.8 points per game. Rickett had a 40-point game against West Campus. Damian Rickett had a 46-point game against Del Campo. Damian Rickett, of course, also all over the boards tonight for Bella Vista as well. And 2 fouls tonight for Damian Rickett. Here's Sweet once again. Adi closed off. Looking for someone to pass it to and can't find anyone. Good job. 5 seconds, or 3 seconds in the key, I should say. Nice defense there by Riley Dick. Adi couldn't figure out what to do with the ball, and he spent too much time in the lane. 4-point lead for Union Mine. 2.5 to go. Rickett. Nice bounce. Bank shot up and in. Rickett, 29. Adi back the other way. Here's Gines. Gines thought about the 3. Here's Sweet. Sweet will get closed off. Gines will work off the screen from Sweet to the baseline. Dishes it off to Zmerzliker. Can't get the shot. Sweet controls the rebound. He'll launch a 3. That won't go. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. It will remain Union Mine possession. Very entertaining game here tonight at Bella Vista High School on the Saturday before Christmas. Glad to have you along. Here's Sweet backing in on a Trotzig. Turnaround jumper off the front lip. Rickett the rebound. Bella Vista with a chance to tie or take the lead. Rickett falls to the ground, loses the ball. Here's Gines on a Trotzig. He muscles up a circus shot and gets it to go and draws the foul. That's a Trotzig. That's his 3rd. Four-point game, chance to make 5. It bit of an exchange, it looked like, between one of the referees and Coach Gonzalez. Looks like we've got some perspiration on the floor and players using their shoes to try and clear it up. Now they have a towel out there provided by the Union Mine bench. And Ethan Gines will look to complete the three-point play here. He's hoping to put Union Mine back up by 5, and he does. Basket and 1 for Ethan Gines. He has 10 points, 7 of which come here in the third quarter. Bella Vista had a chance to cut the lead down to tie the game, actually. Now they're down by 5, and it looks like we have a foul called, and it looks like it'll go on Union Mine. That's on Audie, which is his second. He actually came up with the ball, but now we know why. Trotzig. Back to Rickett on the baseline, gets Sweet in the air. Shot is short. Union Mine controls. Sweet quickly back the other way in the transition. Dishes it off. Jeremiah Audie. Now here's Gines. He finds an easy, wide open path to the basket, and it's not there for him. Here's Prucher. Drives in. Or check that, that's Riley Dick. Had the ball deflected away from behind, out of bounds. Bella Vista with possession. Prucher was actually on the bench. He's coming in for Wooden. Way out in front to Rickett. Approaching 1 minute to go in the quarter. Damian Rickett from the free throw line. Gines controls again. There's Hayden Audie. Got in front of everyone. He's got 4 on the night. The lead now 7. Under a minute to go. This one's starting to slip away a little bit. Broncos haven't scored the last few possessions. Here's Prucher, launches a 3. That one dances off. Transition once again. Here's Jeremiah Audie over to his brother. Now Gines. Gines will back it back out. It's about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. They're going to take their time a little bit. Now Sweet will drive in. He'll kick it back out. There's a runner from Jeremiah Audie. His first points of the game. 9-point Union Mine lead. Clock running out. Damian Rickett, that one off the front lip. Loose ball on the ground. At the buzzer, the shot's going to come up short. We have come to the end of the third quarter here at Bella Vista. That quarter had been an even game up through the first 2 quarters. That one really did belong to Union Mine as they built that 9-point lead. They had a 30-29 lead at halftime, outscoring Bella Vista in that second quarter, 20-24. To 16. Sorry, I'm doing site math. I should leave it up to the kids like Scarlett who are in school and are actually taking math classes. So 54-45 is our score. Nate Sweet with 27 points. And Damian Rickett with 29 points. They're the leading scorers in this game. Jonah Wooden with 5 for Bella Vista, 9 still for Maxwell Prucher. He did not score in that third quarter. We are underway in the fourth quarter. Rickett, nice touch pass over to Prucher. He's open on the baseline. That one dances out. Rickett the rebound. Here's Riley Dick. Riley Dick receiving a pass from Damian Rickett. In the fall, it was the other way around when Riley Dick had to come in and play quarterback a few times and actually take over the starter's role late in the season after Aaron Mora went down with a season-ending injury. Damian Rickett was the leading receiver on the football team. Triple team now, and they're going to call the jump ball. And it will turn over to Union Mine. Diamondbacks with the 9-point lead. Here's Hayden Oddie. Finds Jeremiah Oddie. His runner won't go. Jeremiah Oddie, the freshman, with the rebound. Trotzik nearly tied him up. The referee was about to call the jump. But the Broncos bring it back the other way. Riley Dick has his pocket picked. Now here's Sweet, has the opening. Bounce pass underneath. Smersliker puts it up and in. He's got 11. And the lead is 11 for Union Mine. They're starting to run away with it. Bella Vista has been sitting on that 45 points for quite a while. Damian Rickert, the shot is short. A lot of shots coming up short in this second half for Bella Vista. Here's Mersliker cutting through the lane. He has that one rejected from behind by Damian Rickett. Substitutions now for Bella Vista. Riley Dick and Bryce Levens will come out. Jonah Wooden and Marcus Murch back in. Mersliker in the corner now. Hayden Oddie. Sweet almost lost it. He's on a Trotzik. Hayden Oddie's open for a three-pointer. Wooden controls. Here's Prucher. Prucher finds the opening, and he has his shot rejected by Nate Sweet, out of bounds. Sweet last to touch. So Bella Vista retains possession. Wooden to inbound. And another steal, loose ball, collision. They're going to call that on Rickett, which is his third. Smersliker will inbound right at midcourt in front of the scorer's table. 11-point lead. I think the Broncos over the course of the end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth. We got a buzzer now. You might have heard the explanation on why the foul was called a few moments ago on Rickett. Sweet comes into the back court to get the pass. Hayden Oddie will launch a three-point shot. Jeremiah Oddie controls the rebound. Here's Gines. Gines closed off to the baseline. Jeremiah Oddie's open for three. The freshman with his first trifecta of the game. He is a 42% three-point shooter this year. Here's a Trotzik. He finds an opening to the baseline, has the shot rejected, and now we're going to get the foul called on Smersliker. Bella Vista's about 6 minutes or so without scoring. They have not scored in this quarter. And it looks like Sweet is limping. He's staying out there. Okay, they are going to sub him out. A Trotzik will go to the line. So we'll see what's going on with Nate Sweet. Trotzik makes one of the free throws. That's his first point of the game. The lead is 13.
Shade back into the game for the Diamondbacks. Now Gines. Gines finds the opening, dishes it off. Three-pointer for Shade. And rims off and then drops in. Damian Shade with 5. 16-point lead for Union Mine. And that aggressive defense continues. Jonah Wooden to the baseline. Tries to find Murch. The ball will be out of bounds. Union Mine last to touch. Tell you what, Bella Vista's trying to get the ball underneath the basket, but they're not finding anything there. Union Mine is doing a great job of closing off the low post and preventing anything underneath. Rickett on Audi. Way out front to Atrocic. The unfortunate part for Bella Vista is the outside shots are falling short. Atrocic closed off. Here's Wooden. Back to Atrocic. He's open, drives in, puts up a shot. It's too hard and was contested very well by Smersliker. Shade picked up by Wooden. Now it's Gines once again on Atrocic. Gives up some height to Mark Atrocic. Jeremiah Audi hit a three-pointer just moments ago. Down to the baseline. Shade is closed off. Now Gines. Down to the baseline. Gines looks like he threw an arm, and they are going to call it. That's going to be the third on Gines. Third team foul in the quarter on Union Mine. 4 minutes to go. Broncos down 16. And Nate Sweet is back into the game. And he doesn't seem to be too hobbled right now. We'll see if he's slowed down in any way. He was limping pretty badly. Under 4 minutes to go. Rickett lost it, gets it back. Double team. Fade away by Rickett. That dances out, no good. Murch had a chance at the rebound, couldn't control. Here comes Union Mine. Bella Vista just 1 point in the quarter. Smersliker the rebound, and he puts it back up and in. Smersliker with 13. The lead now 18 for Union Mine. Bella Vista just 1 point in the last 7 minutes or so. Rickett saves the rebound, controlled, loose, on the ground. They were calling for a timeout, but the ball was loose. And I think they're going to give this, what do we got? They're not calling a timeout. They are saying it was out of bounds off Union Mine. So Bella Vista gets the possession. This is where they miss Mikey Simonian. We're going to get a whistle and a foul away from the play. It's going to be on Murch. First on Murch. Second team foul on Bella Vista. 3:07 to go. Here's Audi. He'll launch a three. Blocked by Rickett. Put back by Audi. Doesn't go. And Rickett wide open in transition. Gets an easy layup. The first field goal in more than 7 minutes for Bella Vista. 31 points for Damian Rickett. The lead 16. Sweet closed off. Audi's open for three. He's got 7, and a timeout's going to be called by Bella Vista, as this one is indeed getting away from them. It is a 19-point lead for Union Mine. It was back and forth, lead changing hands, no lead greater than 4 through the first half that Union Mine held the 30-29 advantage at halftime. Since then, it has been all Union Mine. Bella Vista went from 29 to 4 third quarter, so 16 points in the third quarter. In the meantime, Mine, 29 points in the third quarter, nearly doubling their entire first half output in the third quarter alone. Bella Vista
do something.
Back out to Rickett. 5 seconds to go. Underneath the Hurt as it deflected away. 44 seconds to go. Broncos down 21. Back out towards midcourt. Now launch a three-pointer. Like to say, Indian Rickett doing Indian Rickett things. 36 back down to 18. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock dropped. Not look like the Broncos are going foul. So that means Union Mine is going to go ahead and dribble this one out. So Bella Vista, big drop to 5 and 8. Again for the Broncos, they will then be in action Thursday against Patterson in the Roseville tournament. They will play Friday and Saturday. Union Mine also in the tournament on
Roseville. They will take on River City at 5:30 on Thursday. And who knows, if Bella Vista and Union County both have the same outcome, they're at the top of the bracket for that tournament place too. That could mean they would play on Friday. So good effort for the Broncos. Again, things just kind of went south for them in that third quarter in particular, and it continued into the fourth. That cold spell really hurt them. They had a solid performance from Vista and Brinkett tonight. Maxwell Bruger not going to the first half with no scoreless in the second half. Again, you may have noticed that a lot of the Bella Vista shots, especially in that third quarter, from the outside, they were coming up short. Obviously, that certainly hurt them. Got good looks, but again, they just couldn't get those shots to fall, especially for a stretch of about 7 minutes. In the end, the Broncos, unfortunately, only able to score 8 points in that fourth quarter. And combined, were able to slightly exceed that 12 out there. So taking a look at some of the final numbers in our contest tonight. First for Diamondbacks, Nate Sweet with 29 points, 13 for Isaac Merzliker, and 10 points for Ethan Dine. Then it drops 7 points for Hayden Otten, Damian Shade with 5, and then Jeremiah Otten first, he has 3, and Tyler Chambers at 2. For the Broncos, 36 points for Damian Brinkett. So he's had a game of 46, and now he's had a game of 36. The only player in double figures for the Broncos tonight. Maxwell Pritchard with 9, and 5 points for Jonah Wooden, and then 2 for Max Morris, and 1 point for Mark Truss. So that rounds out the unofficial story, if you will, for the Broncos and the Diamondbacks from Union Mine. Both teams are going to be in the Roseville tournament next week, and then for Bella Vista, they will take on Roseville on January 3rd to begin league play, and that will be our next live stream. As a matter of fact, we will be on just before 7:30 for the for that particular matchup. And taking a look at the Union Mine schedule, which we will do in just a second here. After they are in the Roseville tournament, they will begin their league play. They also will be playing at home on the 3rd to begin their own league play. They will be taking on Central Valley Hawks, who hail from Ceres, California. So, both teams begin league play on Wednesday, 3rd of January. So again, 3 more games next week to round out the calendar year of 2023. Then we head into 2024 for the league play to begin for both schools on January 3rd. Well, again, quite a first half here. Very free-spirited first half for both teams as they remain even. So we mentioned that Union Mine started to get some separation in that third quarter, and then Bella Vista went cold near the end of the third quarter, and pretty much throughout the course of the fourth quarter. They did finish 9 points in that fourth quarter. They were stuck on just 1 and then 3 after Amy and Ricketts got a layup to get their first field goal in almost like 7 minutes. Go into a drought like that, it cannot bode well, especially when you're playing 13-1 team. So the Diamondbacks cleared the floor there, headed back to the locker room to finish up and get ready to head back to El Dorado and then continue their Christmas weekend. Bella Vista, in the meantime, are all huddled around David Gonzalez and having a discussion right now. This is not something that we've seen before, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong with it. It's just a different approach coming up. Everybody's going to be focused on that. Wants to make sure that everybody is back and ready to go for the tournament that will be happening beginning Wednesday of next week. Some late instructions with the team huddled up here right in front of their bench as we close things out. So in the second half for the Broncos, they did actually shoot 40% from the floor, 10 of 25. We combined 15 of 28, 53% in that second half. Bella Vista, part of their problem is they couldn't get to the free throw line. It was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Keep in mind, not much better. They were 4 of 6. So not a lot of free throws there. So that's going to wrap it up for us for the calendar year. So we will be back on Wednesday, January 3rd in Capital Valley Conference play as the Bella Vista Broncos take on the Roseville Tigers. That's Wednesday, January 3rd at 7:30. A little bit before that, maybe right around 7:25 with our next live stream here on YouTube. We hope you enjoyed the game, and we appreciate you spending a little bit of your Christmas weekend with us tonight. And certainly we wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We will see you back in the new year with our next live stream. So thank you again for tuning in. Our thanks to our camera operator, Julie Carlson, for our statistician, Scarlett Thompson, and our producer, John Warner. I'm George Carlson. Have a great Christmas weekend, and we'll, as we say, talk to you next year. How did it sound to you? All the way through?
Oh no. Actually, no. It's actually on the end titles.
I like the Christmas spirit going. Green and the red. I love it. Merry Christmas.